Hello YouTubers, this is a video review of a custom katana that I ordered from China from an eBayer named Katana1980. Came today from China and we're going to open it up. Looks like there's this, trying to find out where I can split it. I'm going to use my knife. Damn! What the heck is this? It's a knife I'm building. Hasn't been heat treated yet. Doesn't have a handle. And it doesn't have much of an edge, but this is going to be messy. I can't figure out where's a good place to cut it. So I'm going to put this on pause. And this is going to be messy. I'm going to pause this and we'll record it a little later. Hold on. Okay, so I opened up the package. And let me tell you that even though the styrofoam is messy when you open it up, tear it open, it does do a good job of keeping everything scratch proof. I'm sure you have to be a little careful not to bend the package. It doesn't give it any rigidity or strength. So if it wasn't handled properly, it would probably crack the sheath, the sword. So let's take it out of the styrofoam. I ordered extra parts because I am into knife making. So I'm going to try my hand at designing, building my own knife. So I ordered some subas made out of brass. These are pretty cool looking. Oh, there's enough light. Pretty heavy. Cepas, again brass. A Minugi, supposed to be a dragon. Habaki. These are supposed to be handmade. Okay, let's just put the fittings to the side. And let's pull out the Tanto. So, Brandon, why don't you help me out? This is a silk sword bag. Very nice. Let's put that aside. And here is the Tanto. Hardwood saya, cotton thick cotton sageo. Now, if I get the terms wrong, please don't flame me. I've done a little bit of studying, research on katanas and tantos, but I am no expert. Alright, Brandon, I want to carefully open it up for me. Cool. So it's wrapped in with some plastic, and there's some protective oil to keep it from rusting. So it's very nice of his name is Tony, the gentleman I dealt with over at Katana1980. So can you take the plastic off? So I've taken the plastic, protective plastic off of it, and I wiped the oil off just so I could examine the blade. So the Minugi is black. yet the other fittings are kind of like a black and gold, black and brass. So that kind of puzzles me because they don't match. I'm not going to complain too much about it. I don't understand why the part I wanted is black. It's got the black, say, in the crevices, but it's kind of shiny, brass looking. It matches the Suba. Sorry if I'm shaking the camera. Yet the one in the handle is black. To replace it, I would have to remove the Ito and then rewrap it. That's going to suck. Alright, well, that's minor. The black does match with the Sageo. Alright, maybe there was a... maybe Tony did a little executive decision making there. It's minor. What I'm not happy about is, let me say that it does have a very nice hamon. I paid extra for the clay hamon. After looking at it, it does look real. The polishing job is very nice. Tony said that the spine would have a hardness of about 45, 50, and then the edge would have anywhere between 58 to 60, maybe 61 on the hardness scale. Excuse me. But what I'm not happy is that if this is HonSanMai laminated construction, you'd be able to see the actual line. The actual line between the 1095 sharp edge and the 1045 folded steel soft sides, or softer sides. And when I look at it really close, the folded steel goes right to the tip. The hard core, if you will, the 1095 steel, which is the hard part, is not exposed. You can see right there, if I can get the angle right, that folded steel goes right to the tip. So at the tip, I don't have the hardened steel, I have the soft steel. Not pleased about that. Excuse me. I know this is Hon-sanmai. He would still have the same kind of line as if it was just san-mai. Hon-sanmai means that in the back here, where's my thumb? Inside here, underneath the 1045 folded layer steel, there would be a 1060 inside here. And then at the edge, 1095, wrapped on both sides, just above the edge to the spine with 1045. And I'll try to insert a picture there of what I mean. Still Hon-sanmai, san-mai laminated construction, you would see the sharp edge. I don't see the sharp edge on both sides. So not pleased about that, because that would tell me that the sharp edge is actually 1045. It won't hold an edge very well. The sword does look very sharp, say from halfway up to the tip. I rubbed my thumb carefully on it, and it does seem very sharp. Let's see if Brandon could hold a piece of paper for me. There's paper right there. Just hold it, pointing that way. Hold from the top. All right, let's see how well it cuts. All right, put your finger over there. Hold it up. Hold both top. Hold both of them. Hold it. Pull the paper taut on the top. All right, let's try another piece of paper. I'm trying to hone the edge on my pants a little bit, just in case. See if that helps. This is printer paper. It should be easy to cut. And this is not a sword. This is a knife. A large knife. It should be freaking sharper than this crap. Not pleased. Okay. Not pleased about that either. Here's a cold steel tiger claw. Nice. Nice. Now this is not sharp. I didn't sharpen it. And I have been playing with it. I haven't sharpened it in a while. Cuts the paper rather nice. Can't do that with the Tanto. Can't do that with the Tanto. Try that one more time. Wow. Wow. No, it tears the paper. It doesn't cut it. See, it tears the paper. It does not cut paper. Not only that, it seems to be doing worse. It's ripping the paper. It's not cutting, slicing. No. No. Okay. Let's move on to the katana. Katana comes in a nice silk bag. Putting it back on the... Let's take a look at the katana. Let's put the matching Tanto. Here's the katana on the bottom. I didn't expect a different colored minugi, but you know, with the black and the black bull horn, buffalo horn, and the black here. Okay. Little, not what I expected, not what I asked for, but not bad. I'm not going to complain about that. Let's take a look at the Tanto. I mean the katana. I'm going to put the camera down again. Just going to do some editing here. Alright, so again, he's put a nice layer of oil, a nice little plastic sleeve to keep the oil on the blade, to protect the blade. Very nice. I'm going to wipe the oil off. And one thing I've never seen before in a Tanto is loose fittings, but I think I can probably do something with that. The handle does seem secure, same with the Tanto. Let me check that Tanto out again. That's nice and tight. Here, nice and tight. Everything here is nice and tight. Well, suit got a little loose, but that's alright. Nice and tight. Good job with there. Okay, I'm going to put it on pause, and I'm going to put the sword, examine the sword to see if there is a line on the blade where I could distinguish between the folded steel and the hardened 1095 sharp edge, or ha. Putting it on pause now. Well, here's the suka and the black nugi, double pegged nuki bamboo, and the suba. Let it focus. It's pretty cool. Okay, so I took a look at the ha, and I don't see the HonSanMai line on this. Again, that's what I was expecting. I did have a conversation with Tony, and I said I expected to see one, to see the 1095 steel exposed, because that would be the hard sharpened edge. And I don't see it. There is a beautiful hamon though, very subtle. It does not look etched at all. Let me see if I can get it in the camera. Letting light bounce off it might help you find it. And let's see how sharp it is. Now, as a sword, you wouldn't expect it to be very sharp, but I think we did discuss sharp enough to cut paper and bamboo. So let's see what happens. So that's a tear. I'll get my hand out of the way. That's a tear, not a cut. And that's because on the metal itself, there's a couple of areas where it was not ground correctly, and you can see almost like a nick, a dimple on the side. So I think it's catching that, so let's see. Wow, get another piece of paper. No, you can't even stab. You can't even stab the paper and see if it cuts through it. It doesn't. It rips it. That's a rip. That square cut there is a tear. So, to tell you the truth, I'm not pleased. It's not what I wanted. I thought I was paying more money for HonSanMai, which means, they use 3 pieces of steel. One very soft, one very hard, and one in the middle, and it gives the katana flexibility. It makes it less resistant to cracking, if you will. Not that I'm going to do any sword fighting with this, but, and of course a hardened edge, so it lasts longer. But no, I don't see it. I don't see it. So not what I expected. Not 100% pleased with this. Other than that, I mean, when I rub my fingers, when I rub the paper towel, I could feel some imperfections, which does tell me that there was a lot of handwork on it. This is not machine made. That's pretty cool. The blade, the sword is very nice and straight. The sword is it's beautifully straight. Nice curve to it. Nice curve to it. Sorry, you guys, I'm not getting a good view yet. Let me just put it on the floor. So I'm going to put it on pause again. So here is the katana and the tanto on the stand. So you can see the curvature. By the way, what I have on the wall are dinosaur footprints. Hence my name, DigsFossils. I like to dig fossils, and dinosaur footprints are one of my favorite things to dig. So it's got a nice curve to it. And let me zoom in. I didn't remove the plastic of the that covers the ito. The hamon is very nice, very subtle, but very nice. For the tanto, trying to get a good angle. Let me see if I can tilt it. There we go. So there's no evidence that this is nothing but folded steel. Hon-sanmai, I would have to actually break the blade maybe and examine it from the inside. Alright, YouTubers, that's my review.